Avery, I was in Orlando this week, more
Okay.
specifically Disney Springs, and my child, if I have a daughter, God forbid I have a daughter, she will never ever hear the word come out of my mouth, and that word being cheerleading. Never. Competitive
Yeah,
cheer, none of it.
cheer moms are something special.
Cheer moms, cheer kids, cheer dads, any of them. My daughter's never coming close,
Rightfully so.
ever,
Why is that, can I ask?
in the
Like,
history of ever.
like,
Dude, they're everywhere. They're like little ants. They got their makeup on, their hair up. They're 9 years old.
yeah.
Their hair's sticking all the way up. They got makeup on. I didn't even know what makeup was at 9 years old. I mean, granted, I wasn't wearing it, but still.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably good you didn't know what that was at 9 years old.
Well, I
Nor,
had four
nor,
sisters. You would
nor
think.
well, I was more thinking the wearing it part.
Sure. I still don't wear it.
That's
Give me
definitely
two
good.
thumbs up. Boy, buenos.
Yeah, I agree.
Very good.
I mean,
Um,
although, I mean, Florida is based, so maybe you wouldn't have a problem there. But if you were in like California or something, you probably fit right in.
yeah, I'd fit right. If I was in Seattle, I mean, I'd go. I'd be right in that joint.
You'd probably be celebrated.
Yeah, probably. Um, Yeah, no, it was every turn. We were in Orlando, to be fair, but every corner you turn, cheer kids, girls running around on their phones. What's with the phones these days? I thought my generation was bad.
No, they're an issue. They're
Oh, it's
definitely
an
an issue.
issue. It's a big issue. We're
Yeah,
behind the ball.
yeah.
We need to
It's
just nuke the phones.
it's bad enough where kids can't even like. I understand when we were in third grade, it was hard to pay attention because we were like reared up, ready to run and
I'm ready to.
smash stuff.
I'm ready to go grab a stick,
Yeah, and hit things and
right?
destroy things.
Hit an ant, find a
But
spider.
the attention span has gotten cut probably in half or more. It's
I
so
mean, it's
bad.
zero. It's got to be.
Like
If they
we'll
don't have
have
the phone, it's a panic.
yeah, and you can tell like kids will come in the morning to school and they seem so tired, and I would be willing to bet it was that they got on their tablet or phone before school. So they're like this all morning because they haven't seen the sun nor any air.
They have negative vitamin D in the body.
And they're like,
I, I can't.
it's
I
like
can't even
12,
see.
it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
They're like, lunch? I just got up. What do you mean? Breathing.
And we have,
Avery, it's time to do your math. Here. Avery, wake up. It's time to do your math, please. Hey, Avery, can you do 5 plus 10 for me, please?
I want to get on Roblox.
Where's my tablet?
Then you'll have kids, our teach, we'll say the third grade because that's where I'm at mostly for math.
Uh-huh.
There'll be kids, here, I'll role play here.
Okay.
You be, you
Am
be
I
the
the teacher?
teacher. Yeah, you be
Okay.
the teacher just teaching about
All right,
fractions.
today, class.
Fractions.
About what?
Fractions.
Class, today we're going to learn about two numbers, specifically a number on top, a number on bottom, divided by a line, all right? Can anybody tell me what percentage 2 over 5 is? Class? Okay, I'll tell you, it's 40%. How about 1 over 10? Is anybody home? How about, what if I say tablet? Do you want your tablet? I have your tablet. Okay.
So that's about how it goes right there. The whole class period.
Bro, I think I would be kicked out and fired so quick.
Or they are
If I
literally
was a
chatting.
teacher.
The teacher says, "Hey, let's stop talking. Okay, we've been talking all morning. We had morning meeting, all that stuff. They're over here."
Class. Hey, boys, I said stop talking.
Then they go
Stop talking.
like they've never been yelled at before. They're like, "What?"
I want to go home. Oh my gosh, dude, it's incredible, dude. If I was doing that back in the day, I would have got literally beat.
I would have been beaten to a pulp. You would have saw me
They would
in
have
an
sent me
orange
to the
juice bottle.
principal's office. The principal would have pulled out the paddle, and I would have been beat.
And rightfully so.
And
I mean,
yes,
honestly.
it scared the tuchus out of me. There's a reason I
Dude.
stopped talking.
It's so bad. And then, like, some of my seventh graders, they will literally just sit there and talk the whole class period. They will just go back and forth, back and forth. I'll say, "Hey, fellas, you're distracting the rest of the class," in which they are. So let's get back on track, or I say lock in because they're seventh graders, so they like
the
slang
lingo.
terms.
Yep.
And so I'm
Hey,
like,
slime.
fellas, lock in.
It's time. No caps. It's time to lock in. All right.
Hey, Bombadillo Crocodillo would not be happy if you didn't lock in.
Oh, what? What is that?
It's Italian brain rot. Yeah.
What? Is this something they
Nice.
say?
Look up Bombadillo Crocodillo.
I don't even know how to begin to spell that.
Use, I don't know. Bombadillo Crocodillo.
Bombardino.
Is it Crocodillo after?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bombardino Crocodilo Funk. It's
Can
a
you
song.
explain the picture of Bombadillo Crocodillo?
Is it like the purple one?
No.
This picture
Not a-
here is a prop plane
Uh-huh.
with a crocodile head
Correct. That's Bombadillo Crocodillo.
by SHX4
What about
is the artist.
Cappuccina
Bro.
Assassina?
Whoa, you can't say that on here. What'd you say?
Cappuccina.
Like a cappuccino?
Yeah, but with an A.
Assassino?
Yeah.
Bro, what are we teaching these kids?
No, that's all
Bro,
over
this is a
social
this
media.
is a coffee cup with two samurai swords in its hand
Yep.
and a freaking ninja headband.
What about tongue Shahur?
What?
I can't believe
Where?
I'm saying this right now, bro.
What'd you say? Tongue.
Shahur.
Paki tongue, ki tongue.
No, just T-U-N-G.
Okay.
T-U-N-G.
Shahur?
Yep. He's a guy with bats.
What is this?
He's a tree with bats, I'm pretty sure, right?
Bro, this looks like a game I would have got banned in our school. Like this looks like a character from a game that like out of nowhere starts saying cuss words and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But this is where the kids are at now.
This just makes me want to cry.
I have
Our
second
generation's
graders
cooked.
and third graders that talk about this all the time.
Honestly, I'm okay because maybe I was part of the last generation that's you know, mentally okay. And I'm going to be doing just fine career-wise and all these people behind me are going to be falling off and people are going to be like, "Look at these guys, they're doing great." But I'm going to have no competition.
Yep. It's quite sad. Some of the kids, you have to threaten them with having to touch grass to get them to do stuff.
Sounds about right. Tell them to get a job.
So, I asked the kids what
Bombardino Crocodilo.
yeah.
I just lost brain cells looking at all three of those pictures.
Trust
I
me.
mean, I could actively feel them leaving.
And yeah, it's crazy. It's wild.
What was your reaction? How do you even use those in a sentence?
Well, it's just like like normal brain rot stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just that, but the Italian version.
Bro, I have kids at one of my schools. They're in VPK, which is like kindergarten,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, I always come to get them from the playground. They're like, "It's Coach Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah.
You coach your Skibbity Toilet."
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's it. Run. Take a lap. You got 2 laps.
Go touch a pole. Go.
Yeah, go on it. Pick it up faster."
You run with them. I said run.
Yes, I said run, or else you're gonna be in the toilet. Ever heard of a swirly kid? You're about to hear of it.
Yeah, and it makes me sad when I ask what they did over the weekend, and they said, "I watched TV." I
Played
said, "Did
my
you
Xbox, duh.
go outside at all?" They said, "No."
What's outside? Are you stupid?
And then I asked a few kids what they're doing this summer. It's either tablet, play video games, watch
There's no
TV,
shame. Bro,
and
if I would have said that when I was in 6th grade, I think I would have got beaten up.
yeah. Well, these kids are in like third, and pretty much the whole third grade class stays
Even so,
inside,
I still would
and
have gotten beaten up.
probably younger.
You know what I was doing in 3rd grade? Actually, I was just talking to my buddy about this. We've talked about him before. When I would go to Will Cheney's house, we'll try that again. I met him in, it was 2nd grade, but in 3rd grade, I would go to his house. We would literally, he lived on a farm, and then there was like ponds, but when the water would go down, it'd be like all muddy around the ponds,
Uh-huh.
and we would literally run and jump into these mud piles
Yeah.
and have to dig ourselves out.
Yep.
That's what I was doing in June of 2008. No, 10. 2010. 9.
Yeah.
There was no tablet to be heard of.
It's
Nor
lost
was I.
art.
I was getting up at 7:30 in the morning, eating a bowl of cereal, maybe watching some cartoons, probably looking at the back of a cereal box. And then I was headed outside for about, give or take, 13 hours.
Yeah.
With about a
It's-
sip or two of water.
I was gonna say I lived at the pool,
Had
so
to. What else did you have to do?
yeah.
Besides Cal Ripken baseball at 5:30.
And if I did play video games, it was after I got done swimming.
After you'd been at the pool for 9.5 hours.
Yeah. In the blazing heat,
Yeah.
swimming my
Your
little
mom,
heart out.
your mom was begging you to come inside and play video
Dude,
games.
now that I think about it, my heart tissue is probably elite.
Your what?
My heart tissue is probably elite.
Oh, yeah.
I probably had the
Absolutely.
best cardiovascular health of a 9-year-old of all time.
Everything was, the joints were impeccable.
Man. But yeah, it's
Wish I didn't have a job. I would do it again.
sad. I told
yeah.
Kylie when we have kids that there is no way in Pete's Peppers that they will ever have a tablet, and they will not get a phone until
It's going to be a while.
yeah.
It's going to be a minute. Because
And if
my
they
kid
get a
will not
phone-
be the kid that's doing this all the time.
And if they get a phone, it's going to be a Motorola Razr.
Yeah, they're getting that ladybug phone that can only call home or 911.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, bro, it's just so bad.
Dude, so when me and Lexi were at Disney Springs, we're eating, and we're eating outside on this like patio porch, and these girls are everywhere, still in their cheer outfits, all their makeup on, and these families are eating, and these girls literally get up and go to the sidewalk and put their phone up on the fence and start doing TikTok dances.
Yeah.
And the parents are just sitting at the table chatting, whatever. I'm like, I looked at her, I was like, my daughter will never do cheerleading, competitive cheer, not a bit. Lexi was like, imagine being the working parent and your kid wants to do this and you go and sit all day at a convention center Saturday, Sunday, just to go home and get up at 7:00 on Monday and go to work.
Yeah.
No chance.
It's I have no further comments because then it just fires me up, bro, because these parents are setting these kids up to fail
I agree.
in life.
Not to mention all the Disney adults we saw. That's a whole nother ball game.
Now that I can go behind because they are adults.
That is a whole nother ball game.
People, I'm looking at you if you're a Disney adult. Grow up.
Please. Get an
Find a
actual
hobby.
job. Besides going to Disney.
You have to have better things to do than go to a freaking
And
resort.
wear Mickey Mouse ears.
and you wear a full get up. This isn't Comic Con, brother. Get going.
Get on.
Go
Go on,
go
get.
go take up knitting or something, or
By all means, go do something. Make me a blanket.
golly, it's now that's embarrassing. That really is.
I wouldn't be able to show my. I understand why I have to wear the mask.
If that was me, I would hope everybody that I knew before would call me a ding dong, and it's time to grow up. And hopefully, I would listen.
Bring back bullying, bro.
Yeah, it's obviously they weren't bullied enough for something. All of us got bullied at one point.
Oh, I was bullied. That's for sure. That's why I came out okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a part of your
Stop
development.
doing dingus stuff.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, the parents need to yell at them more or something. I don't know.
oh well.
Anyway, there's also another issue. If you're watching on
Sure.
YouTube, you can tell I look like a freaking 3-pixel picture.
Avery's tuned in from the submarine. He's down by the Titanic at the moment.
And it's Riverside's fault. So, Riverside, we're using your app. Get your crap together.
Get it together.
I should be able
Right.
to I do it every other time. I
Why
connect
doesn't it
my
work today?
iPhone to the camera or to my computer as a camera. This time it doesn't want to work. Let's lock in. Let's do
I'm sending
something
a
about it.
complaint right now.
Like, for real,
Sending
you're
it
making a gajillion, badillion dollars and you can't fix it?
I'm paying you, and you can't fix it.
It's freaking
We've got a
stupid.
problem. We've got a big problem.
I've calmed down since then, so you guys don't get to see the.
Oh, you should. I had to hold him back through the screen.
Literally, I was fired up.
He was,
I was
swinging.
really fired up.
That's okay.
In other news, we'll get into some hard-hitting sports news. We won't get into the details of it, but Justin Tucker got released today.
Just got released. See ya. But they drafted a new kicker. The Ravens did, who kicks an easy 75-yarder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was watching that part of the draft. Kylie was working at the time, and I was watching a part of that draft.
Uh-huh.
And that pick came up, and I told her, I was like, that might be coming towards the end of Justin Tucker. Because
I
they
would
took
say.
him in like the 5th or 6th round, something like that.
5th round,
So,
I think, yeah.
If you were
He
willing
was
to
only
take
the
kicker
second
that,
kicker drafted.
yeah. And kickers usually don't go before the 6th, 90% of the time.
But I guess I was looking for the notification. How many allegations does Justin Tucker
I
have
think
against
it's
him right now?
19
I
or
was gonna say
16, something like that.
Yeah, something.
He's
wild.
up there with Deshaun Watson numbers. He's
yeah,
putting up,
they're going head to head here.
he's putting up 2025
Deshaun
Aaron
Watson
Judge numbers,
Oh yeah,
but with the wrong
that's
stuff.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Never should have put his kicking gear in front of the Chiefs warming up. It was all downhill from there.
He probably missed 16 field goals this year, so maybe he's just making up for it or something.
I guess so.
That
His
brother
pride.
sucked last year.
Yeah, he was booty. But
Oh, man.
see ya.
That's tough.
Wouldn't want to be ya.
Yeah.
Back to Disney super quick. We first of all went to CC's Pizza.
Delightful.
Man, I ate like I ate like like I was on a throne.
You probably
I
got
was a king.
plum full, didn't you?
It wasn't as good as I remember it. They've gone a little bit downhill,
Yeah, probably low.
but
Not as
there's
much
nothing
funding.
like the cinnamon dessert pizza.
Dude, and those cheese sticks, bro. I deleted
there's
those
nothing
cheese sticks.
like it. There's nothing. And then Lexi put it in order for some chicken Alfredo pizza. Knocked me out. The guy set it on the counter. We took the whole pizza.
I remember one time at CC's Pizza when it was in Salina, like over by Hobby Lobby and stuff. I don't think it was here when you were here. I don't know.
I don't
though.
think so.
But when I was younger, I'm fairly sure I ate over 10 pieces of that cheese bread,
The cheese bread.
and I probably had 6 or 7 pieces of pizza. And then I probably had 1 or 2 of the brownies,
That's what I'm talking about.
and then some cinnamon
Had to
cinnamon
finish it
rolls.
off. Yeah,
And then I
finish it
had a
off.
piece of dessert pizza, and I don't remember how I got out of there.
Well, it's probably because you were at the pool all day.
They
You were
probably had to
malnourished.
roll. They probably had to roll me out of there.
They went and got a dolly. Fred's like, gotta get the dolly out from the back.
Dude,
Leave him there.
I used to be a menace in a restaurant.
Oh, I'm sure.
I am a
They could only take you to buffets.
yeah.
We
Speaking
can't
of
pay for this
buffets,
kid anywhere else.
Coyote Canyon, bro.
Never
Were
been
you-
there.
Was it around when you were here? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
When I was younger, they had chicken drumsticks,
Did
and
it
I
used
love
to be a Golden
drumsticks.
Corral or no?
No, it was Coyote Canyon, and then somebody else bought it out, but it got taken out. Pretty sure for that
Okay.
car wash.
Okay.
Or maybe it's still
I
sitting
got you. I got you.
there. Dude,
Putting
At
some of those
least-
drumsticks away.
at least 8.
Throw
And
them
that's
back.
the beginning. That's the beginning.
That's the
I'm-
app.
I'm getting a code red. You walk in, you get a drink first. I'm getting a code red.
It's got 60 grams of sugar. Easy. Yeah.
Oh, walk over to my table, set the drink down, and it's time to wreak havoc upon
Have to.
Coyote Canyon.
Yep.
And I make a beeline right over to the drumsticks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Appreciate
you,
that,
thank
appreciate
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. And then I go over and I'm like, ooh, what I want here? I'll take some green beans from you. Thank you. Mashed potatoes gravy.
Sure.
Then I take that over there and I destroy. Then I'm like, I need a 6-ounce, 8-ounce steak. Beeline over there. Give me a KC strip. I should have done ribeye back in the day, but I wasn't smart.
That's okay.
Give me your 6-ounce KC strip, medium rare, please. Then I go find some sides, maybe some mac and cheese or something.
Some mac and cheese. Have to.
And
Maybe
then
some taters.
yeah, well, I already had taters, so I'm thinking,
Oh, right. Right.
what's a different carb source I can have? Of course. So that's what I was thinking at the time. So I would go from
That's a good question.
potatoes to mac and cheese,
Sure.
and then
Any
I'm
more
like,
carbs here? Anybody?
yeah. So then I'll just grab something that looks good,
Maybe some
put it on there.
rolls?
and then of course, yeah. Then
Yeah,
I'll put like
yeah.
2 or 3 rolls on there with some
Have to.
butter.
Yep.
And then by that time, my steak's about done.
Yep.
So then I'll walk over there, grab the steak, go back and eat that, and then of
Put that
course you got to
away.
get desserts.
Have to.
And I probably drank 3 or 4 Code Reds
I gotta wash it down with something.
because we didn't have soda in the house really. Like we didn't really drink soda in the house.
Bro.
So it's time to
When
let
you go
loose.
somewhere that's got it, you gotta put it away.
Yeah, I let loose on it. So
Have to.
I don't know how I survived. I probably had at least 10 blood clots when I was younger that I didn't know about. But
But hey, still standing now.
my cholesterol
good-
was probably out of the stratosphere.
I get that.
But
But still thriving now. So maybe that's the cheat code.
I did make my first cast iron steak last night.
All right. Reverse sear?
Regular
Regular sear?
just
Or
regular sear.
Just straight cast iron.
Just regular sear.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was. I turned it up a little too hot.
Yeah. It's something to get used to.
Yeah, but I should have taken it off probably 20 seconds before. But I was still.
It does.
You know-
It's sketchy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, is it cooked? Is it not cooked? But it'll cook a little bit after too.
It was on the medium side of medium rare, and
Okay.
I'm more on the rare side. But it was
Sure.
still
It's
delightful.
not bad though.
I did.
What kind of
I
cut
based
was
it.
it?
Ribeye. Yeah, ribeye.
Nice.
That's about all I go for now is ribeyes.
Not a fillet,
Um,
dude.
No.
The fillets from Sam's Club.
I'm a ribeye guy. I mean, I might try them next time.
They're expensive, but holy,
Yeah.
they're gasolina.
Steak, sweet potato, Brussels sprouts, and it kind of made some mac and cheese, so I had a little bit of that. But
That's what I'm talking about.
dude, it was
Um,
amazing. It was amazing.
This is what I had this weekend. Well, I had a lot of food. I had a we went to this place called this wasn't what I was originally going to say, but we went to this place called Cava Tacos and Tacos and Tequila or something like that. It's just a nice Mexican restaurant. I had this chicken chimichanga, and it's literally, it looks like this kind of like dumpling thing, but it's a chimichanga.
Mhm.
And then they bring out a thing of queso, and you pour the queso over top of it.
Whoa.
It was the best chimichanga I ever had in my life.
Yeah. For
Ever.
me, every time I go to a Mexican restaurant now, it's either street tacos or a big old burrito.
Big old burrito.
Like, give me a burrito with like chicken or steak, depending on whatever you want that time,
Sure.
with some fajita veggies in there. Give me some uh, lettuce, queso, guac on top, maybe some pico in there, and you got me set. Maybe
That's what I'm
some
talking about.
rice, and
There's nothing like Mexican food, bro.
probably putting down a basket of chips and 3 cups of salsa myself,
And about give or take 5 DCs.
or Diet Pepsis, depending on what
Sure.
they have.
Whatever they have.
So,
Yeah. So I had that, and then we found a donut place that everybody liked
hmm
at Disney Springs. It's called Everglazed. Talk about being in a coma.
we had donuts from somewhere. I'll have to ask Kylie in Seattle. But holy smokes, I I think we bought. Oh no, it was a coffee shop, but they also had donuts. I'll have to find out what it was called. But we bought 2 or 3 maple long johns. They stood no chance.
Yeah, not a chance at
They
all.
didn't. They didn't
You got a
stand.
snowball's chance in hell of surviving that thing.
Literally, brother. Because right as we got the coffee, I got a latte,
Sure,
and
as one does.
and she got a. I think she got the same thing. She got a latte. I think I got like a coconut white chocolate. It was delightful. Um, not for everybody, I will say,
Sure.
but I had been getting
Keep your
like to
opinions to
know
yourself.
the vanilla latte and things like that. So I wanted to get something
Yeah.
different this time.
Have to.
Uh,
Got to stand out from the crowd.
And so right as we got the box, I opened that thing up. We said our prayer, and
One down.
I literally
Aggressively devouring that thing.
and they were still warm too, dude. Right as you bite into the maple, it starts to melt in your mouth. Pause.
Oh yeah.
Oh
What?
my gosh, it's delightful.
Dude, this picture I just sent you,
Mhm.
you have to see if you have a picture of those. The picture I just sent you, I'll upload it on the YouTube video too.
Okay.
Those were the 3 donuts we had. Holy smokies. Do you see it?
Those look delightful.
We got a chocolate sprinkled,
Uh-huh.
which was Lexi. She just wanted something simple.
The peanut butter one. Yeah, it looks
The
great.
peanut butter one, it was a little bit much, but it was still incredible. And
And
then
what's
that was
the-
mine in the middle. Nutella Boston cream.
Oh man, that's probably great.
Nutella frosting, Boston cream in the middle.
Oh man.
I'll tear it up live.
Dude, there's
Give me 14 of them.
it's a darn shame that donuts are so high in calories because I would eat them every single day.
I would have them twice a day, probably. If it was
A nightcap?
a hair of protein in there.
You give me
Yes,
a warm maple long john and Nightcap?
absolutely. That's the problem, though, is you can never have one.
no, because here's what we did. We got a box of like I think we got a half dozen or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my heart really wanted a dozen. I was like, can we get 4 maple long johns because those were gone before we stand up again.
Before we walk out of here,
Yeah.
Gonzo.
But I think maybe we got 2 of those, and then we got 2 normal glaze, and then we got 2 like specialty ones.
Yeah.
But I only had 3/4 of the first maple long john. I used a knife, which helped because if I would have picked up the whole thing, you wouldn't have saw it again.
Gonzo. Yeah. Gonzo.
You wouldn't have saw it again. So we cut it with a knife. But I only ended up having like 2 donuts that whole time. So, but if
They're
they weren't so
incredible.
high in calories, it would be
There's nothing like them.
Hmm.
Truly nothing like them.
a life-changing experience. Truly.
So I'm going to have to go back to that place because they had 20 options, 25 options.
Yeah. And as for donuts, for me, I'm not a big specialty guy. Like I'll eat
Neither
them if
am I,
somebody gets them.
but being there, I had to try
Yeah.
something.
Like if you were to ask me what I would do, again, maple long john with chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fire. Dude, remember those like rare school mornings where it's like, we don't really have anything at home. Well, we could stop and grab something.
Well, I lived in
Oh,
Bennington,
yeah.
so
Yeah, fair. They didn't have any at Westside?
they might have. I didn't really go down there before school, but they had the breakfast tornadoes at school, and I would know exactly when when those are, and you bet your bottom dollar at 7:45, I'm walking in that school door, going
Put some
straight
of those away.
to the cafeteria.
Sure.
I'm asking. They give us two. I'm like, hey, can I get two more, please?
Please.
That was before, you know, a la carte stuff where you had to pay $5 for two more.
Yeah.
They're like,
Thanks,
yeah, sure.
Michelle Obama.
They're like, yeah, sure. Boom, boom. Four.
No problem, kid.
I walk out of there. I'm snarfing those things down instantly.
Absolutely.
And then Crispitos, don't even get me started, bro.
Don't even get me started on those.
Dude, I'm asking the whole lunchroom. Oh, you don't like cheese,
Hey, you
bro?
eating those?
Yeah, I got
Hey,
you,
you
bro.
eating those? Hey, you eating those? Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't like
I'll take them.
you don't like the mystery meat in there? Yeah, you're good. I got you, bro. I'll take both.
I'll trade you. I'll give you carrot sticks and celery for your Crispitos if you don't want them.
Really healthy.
Yeah, I'll give you my chocolate milk. I know it's 10 a.m., but I'll give you my chocolate milk if you want it.
Yeah. And
My
then I eat.
Lukewarm, room temp chocolate milk.
And there were some times where the cafeteria ladies were feeling nice, so then you get like your normal two. Because back in the day, they were like, before I do this, pause. They were like this long.
Yep.
And then once Crispitos were coming to an end, they were like this.
Sure.
And then they changed the recipe, and it was just all whack.
Oh, never change the recipe. You had to build a good rapport with the lunch ladies, though.
Right. Because then they had those old styrofoam plates. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
With the designs on the outsides.
Mm-hmm.
They would fill up the whole plate.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. You got to build a good rapport. Your thank
Because I
yous,
would
no
get-
thank yous, yes
Right.
ma'am. All
Right.
that.
Because then I would get the normal serving of, two Crispitos with a whole bunch of cheese on it.
Yep.
And then, some pears on the side or whatever.
Sure.
Chocolate milk, of course. Or strawberry if they had it.
Absolutely.
And then I would come back and be like, hey, can I get two more? And they're like, absolutely. And then they put
Rock on,
some
man.
cheese on there.
Put it
And
there.
I say, hey, can I possibly maybe get a little bit more cheese on that? They're like, yeah, sure. A whole nother spoonful.
Yeah, hold that scoop. I don't care, kid. I'm getting paid $7 an hour.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
Now
when
that is very much adequate.
that's where you build some good athletes from, is when your lunch ladies
That's
are
how you
able-
build good relationships.
are able to feed you like you're a growing boy. Now they feed
Absolutely.
you get your plate and
Like
it's
you're in a
frickin-
POW camp.
it's like a freaking cookie cutter sized thing of meatloaf
Here's your 300 calories for the day. Have fun.
with sugar-free ketchup.
And whole
and then
grain,
yeah,
whole grain
bro.
pizza.
Yeah, bro, it's wild.
That cardboard.
Those pizzas that they used to make on Fridays, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Because
Dude,
they were
school lunches
squares
used to be
like
so good, dude.
they were squares like as big as your head of pizza.
Literally.
Like they're like, hey, we got sausage pizza today. I'm like, yes, dude.
Bang!
Because then you get in there and your tray where your main meal goes or your entree goes,
Main rectangle.
dude, it sits on top of it. It's so big.
Doesn't even fit.
And you're like, dude, give me some ranch just in case I want to feel a little,
A little zesty.
maybe not zesty, a little different. You don't want to dip
A
a
little
quarter
diffy.
on the ranch and see how that
Let
was.
me go slam this pizza and then go
And then
for a little bit. My
at
socks.
school, when you have pizza, you got to have a heap of carrots for the ranch.
Oh,
So you get a heap of carrots, you get some fruit on the side, and you're living, man. I mean, I don't
and
know what
it's
else
an
to
epic
do.
Friday.
Dude, I'm telling you. And you're like, dude, I have Salvation Army on Saturday morning at 8. It's going to be lit. Or whatever you do on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
get
got
up
PB
and-
basketball. Yeah, oh,
I'm saying.
gonna be rolling.
Bro, K-State plays tomorrow at noon, and the Chiefs play at 1
Yeah,
on
it's about to be
Sunday.
a
Bro,
day.
What?
About to be a weekend.
got open gym at noon. I mean, what are we talking
Yeah.
about? I'm going to
Yeah.
get done with open gym. I'm going to hurry my butt on home, and I'm watching the kickoff.
That's right.
And I'm watching
then I'm
Dustin
going to bed.
Colquitt punt 8 times that game. And I was okay with it.
Elite. Nothing like that on a Friday.
And then you wake up and it's wintertime, and they're like, it's Sunday night. Chiefs just probably lost at that point. But you're still hopeful, I guess. And then you, before bed, you see your parents are watching the news to see what the weather is for Monday.
What school's
and there's
doing?
a chance
Yeah.
of snow. And you see all the schools on the ticker on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
And you see the schools closest to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, they canceled. and then so you just stand there or sit on the couch
Have
for like
to.
15, 20 minutes
You waiting
to
to see if
watch
your
the
school gets
news,
drafted.
and then your parents get a call from the school and say school's canceled tomorrow, and you're lit, and you're lit.
It's incredible. There's nothing that'll even be close to that feeling anymore.
Uh, Adulthood, for me, is absolutely lacing a drive on the golf course.
Fair. That's pretty close, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that comes close to it.
There's nothing like lacing a drive, then hitting a nice iron 2-putting for par. Out of there.
Yeah, for me, it's if I get a nice drive, I absolutely shank the next shot.
No. I mean, I do the same thing, but there's nothing like walking off the green after you just executed it. Not perfectly, because perfect would be a birdie, but pretty close to how you should
Right.
with a 2-putt par. And it's like life is good until
For me, it's
until I get to the next tee box.
yeah. For me, it's par threes. I always struggle with that because I'm not
Oh,
great
yeah.
with
It's
great with
hard.
my
Those are the
irons.
hardest holes.
And hole 8 at Minneapolis is a par 3. And what would that have been? Oh, it was Saturday. So Josh and I golfed 18 at Chapman on Saturday morning. And then we got back. We're like, dude, you know what? Let's go play 9 in Minneapolis. Screw
Dude,
it.
when you get the fever, you get the fever.
And then we got to hole 8, and I absolutely hit it. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like right
there's
at the
nothing
pin.
like it. Bro, that'll reignite the high for another month.
I know,
That
and I
hit
was
right
like,
there.
I hit it, and I was like, that felt beautiful. Then I look up at the
Yeah.
ball. It's literally right on line with the pin. It just fades right a little bit. Or a draw, sorry, right?
Yeah.
To the right?
No, that'd be a fade. Yeah.
Yeah, so it faded just a little bit. It landed, I don't know, 10 feet away from the pin, and I was like, oh my gosh.
you see that? Josh, you see that, bro?
Josh was
You
like,
saw that?
nice. Right as I hit it, he's like, nice ball, dude, nice ball. He's like patting me on the shoulder. I'm like, oh my gosh, this might go in.
And then you get up there to 3-putt for bogey.
I think I 2-putted, I think.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
That's a par.
And I was putting my Tookus off yesterday.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then on Saturday, I hit one. I was like, Josh, whoa. So we'll go back to Saturday first. Saturday, I was like, Josh, I'm making this one, bro. I'm like, I don't know, 14, 15 feet. So it's not like insane putt.
Yeah.
But I hit it and I turned around. I'm not even looking at the ball. He's like, oh my gosh, it went in, dude. I'm like, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Then yesterday, I had one that went right to left and then went
and
left to
double
right.
breaker.
Yep. And I was like, bro, Josh, I'm playing this about a
Dead center.
cup left
Okay.
because the right to left wasn't huge, but it was enough where I figured it was going to move a
Yeah.
little bit. So if
Yeah.
I went a cup and a half or 2 cups, as it goes right, it's going to be, outside.
Come right. Yeah, sure.
So then I played it a cup or so left, and I hit it, and it went off that right to left, and then left to right, and it went right in the hole.
There's nothing like hearing that ball hit the plastic at the bottom of the cup.
Well, I didn't pull the pin, so it tink, and then
Rookie.
Yeah.
I love playing pin out. It's so much
It-
more satisfying, I feel like.
yeah,
I got to play soon. Did you see Scotty Scheffler yesterday?
I did not.
31 under
That's
in
insane.
4 days. 31 under. He won by 8 strokes.
What tournament was that?
The CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. That's actually the first tournament he ever his PGA Tour debut when he was 17 or whatever.
Really? That's cool.
And then he
Full
just won
circle
it
limit?
yesterday. It's in Dallas, so he just won
Yeah.
it by 8 strokes yesterday. Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Finally his first win of the season, but I got to get it back out there and golf. I haven't been in like a month. So this isn't related to golf, but I got a massage this weekend.
Oh, those things will change your life.
Brand new experience. I've not the massage. I've got massages before, but the way the massage was, that sounds
Good or
kind of
bad?
weird. Both.
Oh,
It was
okay.
good. It was fine. So I I go into this place. It's a place that only says massage at the top.
Yeah.
You know, and because we were still in Orlando, and Lexi was
Right.
like, "Let's get a massage." I was like, "Okay, I'll go get one." And so I we go in, and it's Chinese ladies. I'm
Of
like,
course.
okay, it's got to
Yeah,
be good. It's got to be
they
good.
do a
They
good
don't speak
job.
any English. So this Chinese lady takes me back, and I go into the room, and it's a regular massage room, regular table, but above the table, there's two metal poles going from wall to wall, like up above.
Right.
I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. I was
Oh,
like,
I know what's happening.
they must
got you.
like, I was like, they must have a curtain or something. Maybe they divide the room.
Yeah, I know
They
what's
can bring
happening.
more people in. I don't know. And so I'm laying face down. She comes back in. She's going to work. She's digging her forearm in. She's hopping up on the table. You know, she goes,
Right.
that is that okay? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. No worries. And then I'm still laying there, and she puts some real pressure on, and I'm like, what is she using? She must. At first, I thought she was like up on there, like on her knees,
Yeah.
on my hamstrings and calves. I was like,
Mhm.
what is going on? She keeps asking me, is that okay? I'm like, yeah, go for it, man. I don't care. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is her feet.
Yep.
She's using her feet. I'm like, and so she's walking up and down my legs and my back. And I'm like, how is she balanced? This is incredible balance. How in the world is she doing this? And then I hear like metal, like tinking. And I'm like, bro, there's no. She's literally walking on me while she's holding on to these bars.
She's suspended in the air, walking on your back.
She's hanging onto the bars while walking on my back. I didn't even know it was a thing. I'd never. I mean, to be fair, she's a tiny lady, but still,
Yeah, that happens.
I felt like I was getting tortured at one point because my face is in the face hole like this,
Uh-huh.
and the hole comes like right here. And there's at one point she puts her foot right on my neck and is like stretching out my spine and my neck, but it's cutting off my breathing, and I can't like breathe. And I'm like, she's like on my neck for like 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm gonna have to tap out. I'm gonna have to.
You're like
I can't
this.
breathe. I'm gonna have to start swinging here soon. And then she would
Oh
let up.
my
And then
gosh.
she like lets up, and I get as much air as possible before she goes back. I'm like, and then she goes right back onto my neck. I'm like, but I never had to
How do you
tap
feel
out.
now? You feel pretty good?
Yeah, I feel good. It was nice. It was a great massage. They
Yeah.
did hot stones,
Yeah, that's good
hot
stuff
towel.
right there.
It was pretty neat.
Yeah, I'd say.
So the only feeling I hate after is walking out and there's like oil between my toes and on my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
But it was a good
It
massage
happens.
nonetheless. You know, when they don't speak any English, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at a pretty good massage there, probably.
Yeah. So
Good odds.
Lexi said she was pretty sore after hers.
Yeah. I got
The
my
next
first
day.
massage probably like 3 or 4 months ago,
Dude, they're incredible.
and I had to get some blood flow in my neck and stuff like that, or else I knew I was going to start hurting.
Once I if I ever become rich, that's going to be that's what I'm going to indulge in, is just a massage every week.
Yeah. That would be correct.
It's remarkable.
I agree.
So it was pretty neat, though. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Um,
We got one here in
Go on.
Salina. It's pretty good apparently. But then
is
yeah,
it,
you're
is
good.
it Chinese people?
Yep.
They're remarkable.
Yep.
You gotta go. You can't go to the chains. You gotta go to the ones that just say massage.
And
It's
you
like the
feel
golf
sketchy.
stores that just say golf.
And you feel
They're
sketchy
incredible.
walking in. You're like, yeah, it's about to be great.
Yep. It's about to be elite.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I know you gotta get going soon. Do you have time for a voice memo? We have a we have
How long
one
is it?
voice memo. It's 1:30.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll
Okay.
make it kind of quick. Yeah.
Thanks to our lawyer. I haven't listened to it yet, so
Who's it from? Do you know?
I don't know. It's anonymous.
Nice. Probably Ethan again.
I would. Yeah, we'll see.
Respect.
I just talked to him yesterday, actually.
Me too.
Here we go.
No, 2 days ago.
Okay, this only gives me 90 seconds, so I'm gonna try to cruise through this, but
I'm not shocked.
let me paint the scene real quick. So I'm in class. Okay, the same class that had that kid that was texting all those girls. And I look across last week, and there's this girl. First of all, interesting character, you know. not being rude or anything. She's got a
Bro,
little
she's a
rainbow
bully.
lanyard around her neck, and yeah, just interesting. Anyways, last week I look over and I just happened to see her sticking the finger up in the nostrils, pulling it out,
Did she
looking
eat
at
it?
it, putting it up to her mouth,
Bro.
you know, taking a little nibble.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then she takes her
Nibble.
pointer finger and her thumb and fits them both into her nostril and pulls that monstrosity out and wipes it on her shirt. And then
I gotta stop.
today,
I'm gonna throw up.
she is just like digging. I mean, I couldn't even see her knuckle on her pointer finger. It was so far up there.
You just knuckle
Scratching her
deep.
brain.
Like twisting the finger, you know, her head is like starting
It's
to go
making my
down.
nose
'Cause
itch.
she's just like trying to get every angle.
Thinking my brain hurt.
She pulls it out, you know, I don't know, eats it, whatever. Then I look over and she puts her hand up to her nose as if her hand is a tissue and just blows as hard as she can. Wipes it on her shirt and licks the back of her hand. I mean, I cannot make this up. Unfortunately, I had to watch it with my own eyes.
We might have to end the pod.
She's committed to the grind.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna actually throw up.
All right, then we'll end it. But hey,
I'm
people,
nauseous.
if
Bro,
you're not that
what?
committed to your grind, you need to get better.
What are you doing
That's like LeBron James level commitment
Type
to
work.
nose picking.
to the brain itching? In class?
Hey, you know
and
what?
uses her hand like a tissue?
Grinding knows no bounds. It doesn't know.
Apparently. She thinks she's
grind-
the only one in there.
The grind doesn't know location. The grind doesn't know.
All
Emotion.
the grind knows is hard work.
All the grind knows is
Success.
the grind. That's it.
Dude, that's incredible.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. That's all
That's
I gotta
right.
say on
And
that one.
she's hard working. She don't got no talent. She just got hard work.
You don't need it. She's with her commitment level. She's that guy on the basketball team who's gonna go play some defense and rebound.
Yeah, she's the farmer on the basketball team.
Yeah,
The-
she can't
the
shoot a lick.
linebacker.
She can't shoot a lick. She can make a layup, but
She's gonna go run some people over.
she's gonna play some hard defense and rebound the basketball, get on the floor,
She's gonna foul without caring. That type of
maybe pick
deal.
a few noses at at the free throw line or something.
Dude,
Is it that
puts
bad? To
her
you?
pointer finger and thumb up her nose.
Was it one nostril?
Yes.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
That would hurt.
She must have these nares stretched out from so many years of nose picking.
You'd think the boogers just fall out at that point. They wouldn't even
You would
sit there.
think. Apparently not.
Or maybe it's more surface area for boogers to cover, so she's got
She's
a
got
plethora in there.
caves up in there, brother. She's digging for gold, for diamonds.
I mean,
She's out in
digging,
Arkansas.
She's digging for something, and she's eating it. So,
Or wiping it on her shirt.
yeah,
Go get a tissue.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's incredible. That is holy
I'm-
smokes.
And I'm sure that's the least weird pastime in the class. Well,
Oh,
one
I'm
of the
sure.
one of the least.
I'm sure.
Maybe not the least, but yeah. People are weird.
People are so just like your Disney adults.
Yeah.
Probably is a Disney adult, unfortunately.
I mean, I think that's in the
Gotta get around
description of those.
the right path. Yeah, might be.
If you're a Disney adult and you're hurt by the messages that I portrayed and Jonah as well,
Let us
Then it-
know.
then it's working. Let it settle.
Actually,
Let it fester.
hit me up because I want to have you on the pod.
Let it
I
fester.
want to give you the chance to defend yourself, or send in a voice memo. One or the other. Try defend yourself. I would love to hear it.
Because when you defend yourself, we're going to have a podcast intervention for you.
Correct. I would love to hear it. And if you're not a Disney adult, tell us why you're not or why you don't like them.
I'm going to give you an applause if you're not a Disney adult.
Yeah, stand up
Congratulations
battle.
for growing up.
and having a job, keeping
Yeah.
a job.
And having a somewhat interesting social life. Because, well, albeit it is interesting, but not in the way you think it is.
Not the right direction, but yes.
Yeah.
It is. They're probably a choir teacher. No hate.
Good odds. Good odds.
No hate. No hate. So, well, I know you got to get going, so we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Sorry for the short episode, folks.
Yep. It's always on the go, which I'm fine with. I enjoy
Busy.
tacos, so I'm gonna have some tacos tonight. So it's
There you
gonna be
go.
good.
Maybe have a chimichanga or two.
Well, I think it's tacos and margaritas, but I'll have tacos and Diet Pepsi probably. So
There you go. That's good. That's a good combo there.
Yeah.
But thanks guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
As always,
Yeah.
I'm going to New Mexico this weekend. So huge shout out to Jordan.
Yeah.
You know him, you love him. He's graduating.
Congratulations, Jordan. If you're watching this, I'm very sorry. I have to
Yeah,
work.
you've got some defending to do.
I have to make monies to provide for families someday. So
One day.
if I don't, I will be broke, even more broke than I am,
There you go.
including the flight I have to pay to New Mexico. So
We'll see what happens.
yeah,
It should be a good weekend though. It's
I
gonna
agree.
Be a lot
It
of
should
fun.
be a great
I'll have a lot of
weekend.
content when we get back.
You got a lot of people going down there, don't you?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
We got
so
a huge Airbnb,
big
gigantic.
get together. You know
Yeah.
what? That's
Lots of cards to be
Yeah.
to be played.
of course some scum.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some golf.
Maybe
Might
some
go to Top
bags.
Golf. We'll see. Should be a
That's
good
what I'm
time.
talking about.
Lots of food. Yes,
So
sir.
I'll enjoy that, man.
All right.
And congrats to Jordan, man. Smartest guy I
Yeah,
know.
huge shout out. Smartest. So, hope you guys
There
have
you
a
go.
great week. Leave
Yeah.
us a voice memo if you want or a review if you enjoy. Check out the YouTube channel.
Yeah. YouTube, the Instagram. If you don't follow, hit that up.
What's your Instagram handle?
Avery Kid, I think. Avery Kid
Just
underscore.
at Avery Kid.
I think it's
Okay, there
I
you
think
go.
it's Avery Kid.
There you
you
go.
type in
They're
Avery,
linked
you're
in the
probably-
description either way.
Yeah.
So,
So hey, we appreciate you
I
guys.
do.
I appreciate you, Jonah. Love
Appreciate
you, dude.
you,
And we'll
bro.
see you around.
have some tacos.
Yep.
All right.
See you guys.
Peace.